love to be creative and also get dirty at the same time. So why not allow them to do both at once? Carving a pumpkin allows them to get dirty and also just have a great time and be proud of what they created. I know as a child, I loved carving pumpkins with my parents and my sister. It was one of the most fun things we did for Halloween every year. It allows the kid to be creative and also to enjoy their work. Halloween, though, isn't just about the season and carving pumpkins. It's about bringing a family together to enjoy something that they can do all together at once. So today, I will be teaching you how to carve a pumpkin. Some of the materials we will need is, of course, a pumpkin, preferably with a longer stem. The longer stem allows us to remove the top easier when we're taking it off. Also, we will need a pumpkin carving kit. These can be purchased at Walmart, Walgreens, or any other location that sells Halloween supplies. We will also be needing paper towels and also a Sharpie because I'm going to be teaching you how to do a freehand drawing. Also, one of the newer options is one of the power electric saws. I'm going to be using one of the traditional ones, but this is also a great option if you would like to be a little quicker and you're a little bit more experienced. In addition, they also have now Mrs. Potato Head and Mr. Potato Head cutouts and stuff you can put on your pumpkin for a less creative child or for someone that just doesn't want to have to go through the struggle of cutting out a shape and trying to make it perfect. So, we will begin by taking the top off the pumpkin. We will do this by grabbing the knife and start cutting into the pumpkin as so. Pause. Now, one important thing to remember is when you're cutting around the pumpkin, you want to make sure that you leave enough room for you to be able to stick your hand inside and remove the insides. Now, we've cut around the pumpkin, as you can see, and we're going to be removing the top. We'll do this by grabbing the stem and start pulling up, and you can see that the insides come on out. Now, we don't want to leave this on the pumpkin lid because if we're using a candle, or as I've shown, an LED light, this could cause a fire if we're using a candle. We're going to take the knife and cut on top of this and cut down. We don't want to cut too far though at the top because this can actually cause the piece not to fit onto the pumpkin correctly. So,
yeah.
So as you can see, we have removed the top. We want to try to remove as much as we can, as I said before, just in case we are using a candle. It can catch the top on fire. Next, we will want to remove the insides of the pumpkin. We will do this with the shovel. We're going to reach in and start scraping the inside of the pumpkin. Now we want to remember, don't scrape too hard on the pumpkin because it can actually go into the wall, and when we're carving it, it can cause the wall to cave in and ruin our complete design. So as I'm scraping the inside, I'm going to reach in and pull out some of the inside, the pumpkin seeds. We want to make sure that almost all of the pumpkin insides are completely out.
Sure.
Alright, so now I've actually cleared all the insides out of my pumpkin. As you can see, this is how you would like it to be shown. You want the inside to be very scraped clean, just to prevent anything from happening on the inside. Now, we can put the top back on or leave it off, whichever one you prefer. And we're going to grab either your Sharpie if you want to freehand it, or you can use a template. This is a little bit more tricky if you use a template, just because for a beginner, it's a little hard. So I'm going to actually be drawing a jack-o'-lantern on the front of mine, just a traditional face. Got it? Alright, so now I have drawn my jack-o'-lantern face, as you can see. Now, we're going to take the saw again and go ahead, and you want to try to stay on the outside of the Sharpie lines, just so in the daytime you can enjoy the jack-o'-lantern too, not just at night. We're going to start by inserting our knife into the jack-o'-lantern and cut down, or whichever way your design is going, and we're going to begin cutting the pieces out. Now that we've completed cutting, you'll have something that looks like this, or however you did yours. Now, we can actually go ahead and remove our top, and if it's nighttime out or if it's still light, we'll wait, but we can actually put our LED light on inside. Now, the last step to do is all we have to do is place our pumpkin where we would like it and enjoy it for the remainder of the season. Whether you're 4 or 40, pumpkin carving is such a great way to be creative and enjoy Halloween.